My name is Chase Johnson. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and we have used C3 Group several times on some of our large loss commercials and our higher end residential for their appraisal services and their public adjusting services. Their knowledge of the market, of the ever-changing regulations, and their ability to create a very thorough estimate from an understanding of construction and the management of the project.
Happy Friday, Hail Stalkers. Lead meteorologist John Choquette here for our daily 12 p.m. hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group and Merlin Law Group. Check out both of their pages in the description below if you're watching us here on Facebook. And if you're not, well, go check them out on Facebook, or if you don't use Facebook, then Google them. Whatever you got to do to check out our sponsors. All right, so our website and our app are up live as always. If you need any help, you're having some troubles, navigating everything, you can give us a call and we'll set up a training at your earliest convenience. So that way you guys are squared away and are well versed in everything. So when that big storm does happen, we can, you don't have to struggle too much. You can get right at it. So forecast for today, I did mention Minneapolis. We're watching that pretty closely. Come on, let's go. There we go, computer. Thank you. We have a chance for potentially up to some tennis ball size hail today. The biggest question I have right now is there's an area of storms currently located right about here, dropping up to some golf ball size hail at this moment, and that more or less is acting as a trigger mechanism. Now, right now, it's looking like the biggest storms are going to stay just north of Minneapolis, hence why I only have a 10% chance for the Minneapolis metro area. However, a little shift to the south, boom, suddenly Minneapolis, you might be at risk of some really big storms. We definitely going to see some big time wind out of whatever forms this afternoon in quite a large area of northern Wisconsin, but here in Minnesota, it could be splitting the gap between Duluth and Minneapolis. I mean, it's a pretty big gap, but it could be splitting that gap between Duluth and Minneapolis. They'll do those hail dances. Maybe we can see those storms maybe fire a little bit further south. I'll show you what the models are showing in just a second. They're having an okay handle on what's happening right now, so it really gives you that chance to see if anything goes in there. So I have 10% right now. Could be a little higher if things change over the next couple hours. Could get a little lower if things change in the next couple hours, but right now I kind of hedged my bets. All right, we're just going to watch it super carefully. We're also going to see storms form overnight in the late hours tonight in South Dakota. Again, Rapid City, you're just the perennial chance for a hail machine, and it's happening every single day, it feels like, and those biggest storms have tennis balls as well. And even in Michigan, it looks like some storms will form this afternoon. Could see some $250 size hail in and around the Detroit area, so I got a 5% chance for hail there as well. So future radar starting off into the northern plains. I'll stand in the way a little bit there, but you can see the pretty vigorous activity. Like, it's going to be strong storms that definitely form, very severe storms. Could be a bigger wind event, more like a derecho type event, or it could be those supercells like that. But notice how right around here, that's right where that Minneapolis area is. And these storms in this particular run, and has pretty consistently been, all the other models have been pretty consistent, staying north of Minneapolis. But again, hey, it's weather, weird things happen. So it could shift a little further south as the storm that's currently ongoing in far western sections of Minnesota might push an outflow boundary or a different kind of trigger mechanism a little further south. So again, do those hail dances, guys. Maybe we can squeeze out a pretty big storm. And we will go live, especially if it's not happening at 4 in the morning. We'll be able to go live and do live coverage if a big storm does happen. We shift a little further to the east, that way you can see that activity in Michigan this afternoon and evening, and these storms are either going to rage through the upper peninsula of Michigan and into probably somewhere in Ontario late in the overnight hours, but I think at that point there won't be too much hail. I think the hail risk will really start to wind down as we get closer to Lake Michigan. So forecast for tomorrow for your Saturday, we're looking at 2 different areas at risk here. Looks like we're going to stay south of Minneapolis this time. We could see up to 2-inch hail possible, however, if any isolated storms want to sneak its way over towards Omaha or maybe Des Moines. Pretty isolated activity otherwise in terms of hail. There will be a lot of storms around in Wisconsin, Michigan, areas near Chicago, but chances are it's probably going to be more clusters of storms that really minimize that hail chance. And yes, tomorrow we do have a chance for some storms along that front range, up to golf ball size hail possible from Fort Collins down to Pueblo, Colorado. Again, the vast majority of the Colorado population right there on the front range. We watch those storms carefully. Again, we haven't had too much activity in Colorado this past week. It kind of all alternates between being up in Rapid City to coming back down towards Denver. Looks like tomorrow it'll be shifting back down that way. Future radar showing that those storms forming in the afternoon and evening hours across Colorado. So again, any big storms might happen in Denver. You guys know the drill. If you have worked Denver for a long time, these are the type of days where you can see 1 or 2 storms go up, drop a ton of hail, or you see the whole sky go up and just kind of rains, or you see a ton of very little hail and not too much in that more severe sense. Over by the top of my head, up by the Omaha area, see a couple isolated storms forming in the afternoon and evening hours, so that's why I do have the Omaha area in that risk. Again, could see some big hail there as well, up to 2 inches in diameter, and the future radar shows a lot of activity across the Great Lakes region. However, not a lot of isolated activity, and that's why the hail chances are a little lower on your Saturday across the Great Lakes. So that's all I got for you guys today, just today and tomorrow. Again, we'll be watching super carefully for anything in Minneapolis, and we're mapping storms right now. So follow our page here on Facebook. We will send out notifications, of course, if we do end up going live with any sort of live coverage. If Minneapolis does get hit, we'll try to give you all that coverage you need for a big storm happening. Maybe, again, fingers crossed we get a big storm. And if not, we'll see you guys again on Monday unless something looks really impressive tomorrow. So follow us on Facebook, hit see first. That way, when we have storms that do happen, you don't miss anything. Give us a call right here at 855-334-4245 for any comments, questions, or concerns you may have. And of course, if you are in need of a training for our website, or if you're just interested in what HailTrace has to offer, you can also email us, or you can visit our website for more details and follow our Instagram page as well, simply at HailTrace. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Again, cross those fingers. Maybe I'll be back a little bit later for some live coverage in the Minneapolis area. And if not, hey, you know what? We might see some more storms. It's still July. We could sneak a couple storms out in the north somewhere before we get into those dog days of summer in August. Have a great rest of your Friday, everyone. And if I don't see you, I'll see you again on Monday. Have a great day, everybody.